All right. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing? Sorry for the wait. Had a thing. So, cheers. Babe? How are we today? So, V4 update. I have all the O-rings. I have all the screws. I should have everything I need to put stuff together once the stuff comes in. So, yeah, about that. I missed him on Friday. He left right a little bit before I called. Sent him a message. He's not really good about responding to messages, so not exactly sure where we stand. We should be, if not done, really, really damn close. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to make shipping before the end of the month, since the end of the month is on Tuesday, I think. Yes, Tuesday is the last day of the month. Wait a minute. Why in the fuck does my system say it's Sunday? It's not Sunday. That's weird. Yeah, it's the 27th. So, yeah, either way, end of the month's Tuesday. So, I highly doubt... Ooh. See if that's better. Is that any better? That sucked. My sound's delayed. All my sound's delayed. Good grief, I'm a mess. So not going to be able to make shipping before the end of the month. Hopefully first week, but we all kind of knew this was a possibility, so hopefully it's no big surprise there. There we go. Okay, so once again, I doubt I will have parts in hand before the end of next week, but I'm going to try to get them at some point as soon as I can next week. That's going to make for a long day that day, seeing as how I'm working an hour south of where I am now, and from where I am now, it's an hour and a half north to get the parts, so that's going to be a thing. I don't know how that's going to work. It'll just depend on whether or not he's running a third shift currently, as to whether or not I can, or second shift, as to whether or not I can pick up parts that day. I may have to wait until the wife goes up there for something with Jackson. So, yeah, hang in there with me. We're coming. We're getting there. He should be really, really damn close to being completely finished. But the wife is at the door. Anyway, yeah, so he should be pretty damn close. Yeah, that's where we're at. Just waiting on parts. I have my end. I got a bag of O-rings over there. I got a bag of screws over there. So I got everything I can get. Waiting on machinist. Last I heard, he was supposed to have stuff done this past week. So we may not. I haven't heard yet. I'm not sure. I was trying to get a hold of him Friday and didn't. Called and they didn't have anything to tell me since he was gone. Yeah. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to let everybody know. I'll be updating the site. I'm going to try to make a a short clip saying pretty much this, that I can link on the website to let everybody know that doesn't have Facebook or YouTube, that doesn't see these, what's going on. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to try to clean this shit up a little bit. All that stuff back there is going to have to go away. I'm going to have to move the little photo setup right there, so I can clean off that whole area back there, so we can figure out some sort of assembly line type of setup back there. I'll have to find somewhere to put my little chair. It's sitting right here, right there. This is my chair. So yeah, that's where we're at. And then while all that's going on, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll have the people out here to put the building up. I really hope I can be caught up with shipping by the time they finish that, because that's going to require a lot of extra time on my part to get insulated and wired and set up and all that. As soon as they start on that, I'm going to try to get the machines on their way. The majority of the stuff I can do before they get here. However, wiring for them specifically, I'll have to wait until they're on the floor so that I can exactly run stuff where it needs to go. So progress is slow, but it's progress nonetheless. So that's where we're at. So V4s are going to be shipping a little bit later than we expected, which we kind of expected. At least I hope we did, because these things never go 100% to plan. They've been a long time in the making anyway. It's been coming up on a year since all this got sort of started, which sucks, but what are you going to do? But yeah, so everything I got's going dead. So unless anybody has any questions or anything, I'm probably going to jump off of here and try to get some more of this mess cleaned up in here and get it straight as best I can. So we can get things going, at least get ready, get prepared, try to get as much stuff that I can do on my end ready and waiting. And I think I might try to do some sort of promotion to try to get my YouTube subscribership up a little bit. So maybe try to figure out what I can do to try to get some more subscribers. Maybe a giveaway or something to try to get. I need to break that 1,000 subscriber mark. That'll unlock some capability for me for my channel. That'll help things going forward once I get the shop up and running, so that I can be a little bit more productive with the whole YouTube thing. I'm gonna try to funnel all the videos through there from now on instead of posting straight to Facebook. Try to diversify a little bit and try to keep the video and the video social, and then try to keep the social and the social, and you know, that kind of thing. V3 tubes, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. If you mean the shipping tubes, yeah, they're on the site. You can grab one at your earliest convenience. You're most welcome, Stephen. You're most welcome. I'll try to do what I can to let everybody know where we're at, and try to keep everything, as up to date as I can, and try to keep everybody abreast of what's going on. current count. Let's see what we're looking at here for the current count. We have... Somebody must have a shit ton in a cart somewhere, because it keeps showing me insufficient stock, which is garbage, because I know I have some, but I believe there's some in a cart somebody's got stashed or something. Let's see what my inventory looks like. We have 125 or so left. Available. So that's good. We're getting there. I kind of expected to have a few left over after, you know, everything, all the pre-orders were fulfilled and everything was all said and done. Stuff that's sold out, like the Ultim tips. There's a small chance I might have a few extra. I don't know. That's always a possibility. It just depends on how many they run versus how many I order. So usually what happens is the quantity I order is basically their minimum quantity to make. Usually they make a few more than that, just to run up the material or finish out a bar or whatever that they're working with. So I tend to get a few more than I order, but I can't promise because I don't know yet. Probably no on the clear tanks. I'm still looking for a good glass supplier. I don't know. I mean, you can probably find that stuff. Just try to find, you know, some third-party suppliers. I think. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, look at that. That's why it was being weird on me. So, anyway, yeah, check around. I think there's some like small scale glass manufacturers that can make you glass to your spec. Pretty sure I have all the dimensions for the tank sections on the site. So you should be able to get some made if you can find somewhere to make them. Problem is when I order them from places like that, I don't tend to get any sort of volume discount, which makes them really expensive for you. And that's just, this shit's expensive enough as it is, and I hate to try to, you know, offer stuff that I know is just going to be, I mean, $30 for a piece of glass is just too much. So Ultim is a bit different because there's a lot of extra processes involved. It's a more expensive material in the first place, so it's more durable too, so you less chance of having to replace it more often as you would glass. So I feel like glass should be a lot more inexpensive than Ultim, because there's a very distinct possibility that you're going to have to replace it at some point, just because it's glass and it breaks. So still looking. I haven't come across anything yet. If I do, then they'll be on the site, so we'll see. Okay, Cody. It asked you for a shipping or for a tracking number because you're supposed to send me yours to engrave for that specific product listing. I am out of stock on blank sleeves at the moment until the V4 run comes in, which is why that is out of stock. So I probably need to refund you that, because that's not what that's for. That specific listing is for you to send me your sleeve to engrave, because I'm out of the replacements at the moment. So yeah, I had a couple people asking about that, and funneling things through the website in that manner makes it a lot easier for me to keep track of and keep everything straight. Otherwise, stuff falls through cracks, and I have a hard time keeping all that much in my mind all at one time. So that's why I did that. So PM me through Facebook or whatever after the fact, and we'll get it straight. Cool. So we'll get you fixed up and all that. So, Ron, the V4s come with the straight Ultim sections standard. So that's what's coming with your tank, unless you ordered the bubble sections as well. Those are also Ultim, and those will come along with the straight sections. So it's not an either or kind of thing. You're gonna, if you get the V4 to come with the straights in Ultim, and if you also got the bubble sections, you will also get those separately in the same shipment, obviously. So after the V2 with the glass debacle I had there, kind of gave up on glass just because it's so damn fragile. And you know, I know, man, I know, you know, glass is preferred by a lot of people, but with Ultim, depending on your juice, once you fill up a glass section and sit it next to an Ultim section, you can't really tell, because juice is typically a little bit amber anyway. But yeah. So take care, Steven. Appreciate you hanging out, bud. You know, Ultim is just stronger. I know it's yellow and it's not quite as attractive, but it holds up a lot better. Yeah, everything you ordered, if you have pre-ordered and made 5 different orders, it'll all come as one shipment. So you'll get everything. Yes, it should. Yeah, the V4 should be just slightly longer standard than the V3 was. So it should make contact with everything you've got. I did thicken that insulator just a bit, standard on the V4s. So you shouldn't have any trouble with connectivity. Yeah, so that's where we're at, and look for another update probably midweek this week, once I know, or next week, I'm sorry, once I know a little more. But I'll keep you guys in the loop with what's going on. Yeah, I don't know, Ron. I don't know if the springs get weak, if people are running a lot of extra wattage through low builds. I don't know what's going on with those things, but you know, I know I've moved a lot of the extended insulators just for mad modders, so not sure. And I know the MRN mods, I just recently heard those, for whatever reason, don't make contact. I'm not exactly sure why. I've never had one, never held one, but What? Your mech, Sam? Yeah. But yeah, so on your mech, Sam, anytime you change addies, you should always adjust the contact pins. If you don't, you run the risk of a weak connection, unless you run a gap. If you run a gap between the top cap and the addy itself, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. But best practice is to take the top cap off, loosen your positive pins, gently bottom out the addy, and then tighten the addy adjustment pin, the big one, and then readjust your battery contact pin so that you close the gap on the mod. It's finicky with the mechs. You get a feel for it pretty quick with how far they need to be sticking out. So yeah, the copper pin, you know, on a the tank's copper pin on a regulated mod doesn't really gain you much, if any, as far as experience goes. It may extend your battery life by a minute or two, a few minutes max, just because the board doesn't have to work quite as hard to get the current to go through it. But from a user experience scenario, you're not going to be able to tell it. Now on a mech is different because, you know, there's nothing regulating. So but that's what I got so far. So again, look for another update midweek, and we'll let you know how things are going. I'm going to go do some engraving and try to get some of this mess cleaned up, because it's getting bad even for me, and I kind of easily look past clutter. So if it's bad for me, it's got to be bad. So yeah, hang in there with me, guys. We're getting close, just not quite there yet. And yep, I will see you again later. You guys take care. Peace.